This is a story based on a true story of a young beautiful girl called Mutoni, a girl who came from a small village in Rwanda, a girl who dreamed of a better life but almost lost everything. Mutoni was 23 years old. She lived in a small village in Rwanda with her family. They were very poor, very, very poor. Their house was made of mud. When it rained, the roof leaked. Some days, there was no food. Her father worked very hard, but the money was never enough. Her mother tried her best, but hunger still visited their home many nights. Sometimes Mutoni and her family slept with empty stomachs. Every night, Mutoni knelt down and prayed to God. She asked, "Is this how my life will always be? Will I die poor like this?" But deep inside her heart, Mutoni had a dream to become successful, a dream to remove her family from poverty. One night, Mutoni sat with her parents and said, "I want to go to town. I want to look for a job. I want to change our lives." Her mother became sad. She was afraid of losing her daughter. Her father stayed silent. But deep inside, they all knew there was no other option. Early the next morning, Mutoni packed her small bag. She hugged her father. She hugged her mother. She hugged her little sister. She waved them goodbye. Then she walked away from her village with tears in her eyes and hope in her heart. Mutoni took a bus to Kigali to start a new life. When she reached town, everyone was busy. Cars were moving everywhere. People were rushing. The town looked chaotic. It was all new to her. Life in town was not easy. Very hard, very painful, very humiliating. Mutoni rented a very small ghetto room with only a few cheap necessary appliances. That night, she spent her first night alone in Kigali, scared and confused. Mutoni spent many days looking for a job. Luckily, she got a job in a bar as a waitress, but working there was not easy. Men flirted with her, others insulted her, some disrespected her, but Mutoni stayed quiet and focused because she needed the job. She kept working. 8 months passed. Every month, she was paid a small salary. She saved the money carefully without spending it on unnecessary things. One night, after being paid by her boss, Mutoni returned to her small ghetto room. In her tiny room, she sat on her mat bed. She cooked affordable Chinese noodles on her small gas stove. She was exhausted from work, hungry, very tired. After eating before going to bed, she opened her saving box and she realized something. The money she saved was enough to start a small business. Mutoni decided to learn how to do nails. She opened a small nail space in her neighborhood and named it Mutoni Nail Tech. It was very small, very simple, but it was honest work. Slowly, clients started coming. Day by day, the number increased. Clients loved Mutoni. She talked to them. She told stories. They never got bored. Then one day, one special client changed everything. She was an elegant and beautiful lady with long nails. She was always well dressed, expensive hair, expensive clothes, glamorous makeup. People called her a slay queen. She paid Mutoni more than others. They became friends. One day she said to Mutoni, "Why are you suffering like this? Let me hook you up with rich Nigerian men. One man can change your life." Mutoni refused at first. She was scared. Her heart was not at peace. That night, she returned to her ghetto room and thought deeply about what the slay queen said. She remembered hunger, her poor parents, her suffering, and finally, she accepted to take the risk, scared and doubtful. The next morning, Mutoni went back to work and told the slay queen that she accepted. The slay queen helped her book a flight. The Nigerian man agreed to pay for the flight and sent Mutoni money to prepare for the trip. Early the next day, Mutoni packed her traveling valise. She took a taxi to the airport. At the airport, she looked scared but also excited. It was her first time at the airport, her first time on an airplane. Mutoni boarded the Nigerian airplane and landed safely. At the airport, the Nigerian man came to welcome her with a bouquet of flowers and a flyer written, "Welcome Mutoni, my love." Mutoni was surprised, excited, but also nervous. The man took Mutoni in his car and drove her to a luxurious hotel. When she saw the hotel, she was amazed. It felt like a dream. It was her first time seeing such luxury. They checked in and went to their big room. When Mutoni entered the room, she was astonished. On the bed were many gifts, bunches of dollars, brand bags, a new iPhone, expensive jewelry. Mutoni was very excited. She hugged the man. All her nervousness disappeared. After the long journey, they went to take a shower. When Mutoni came back from the shower, she was wearing a towel. She felt shy and nervous. That night, Mutoni and the Nigerian man slept together. It was her first time. In the morning when they woke up, the man gave Mutoni more money, thanking her and saying he was happy that she gave him her virginity. After that, Mutoni started enjoying the money and gifts. She went shopping at Zara. She bought clothes, bags, shoes, and wigs. She ate in luxurious restaurants. She took selfies. She posted on social media. She also met other rich men, but every night she returned alone, exhausted, sad, empty, with a guilty heart. Mutoni continued meeting other Nigerian men. They gave her money and gifts. One day, after meeting another rich man, she decided to go back home. Before traveling, she counted all the dollars she had. She called her mother and sent her money to the village. She packed all her Zara clothes, shoes, and wigs into her valise. On her way to the airport, Mutoni felt sad and empty. She did not understand why. Back in Kigali, she rented a beautiful apartment and spent the night there, but she was still exhausted, sad, and empty. At night, she started having nightmares. She dreamed every night that the men she slept with were taking her star and wanted to kill her as a sacrifice. In the morning, she woke up very weak. She felt a sharp pain in her pelvic. She could not walk properly. She called her mother. Her mother came from the village. They went to one hospital. Doctors found no disease. They went to other expensive hospitals in town. Same result. They went to a herbalist in the village. Nothing changed. All Mutoni's money finished through expensive hospitals and traditional healers. She stopped sleeping well. She lost weight. She became very weak. Mutoni lost all hope. She felt she would die soon. One morning, her mother went to visit an old woman neighbor whom she trusted for advice. The old woman said, "Take her to church." Mutoni's mother took her to church. During the sermon, the pastor saw them, where they were seated, and prophesied. He said Mutoni's sickness was caused by the Nigerian men she slept with. He said they were ritualists who slept with girls to steal their star and sacrifice them for riches. He said the money and gifts were under incantation. Everyone in church was shocked. The pastor told Mutoni and her mother to wait after church and bring all the gifts. They prayed hard. They burned and destroyed everything. Mutoni cried. She confessed. She surrendered. Suddenly, Mutoni collapsed. Her body reacted, and then she stood up, stronger, free, healed. Her mother hugged her tightly, crying tears of joy. When they returned home, the whole village celebrated. Months later, Mutoni was fully healed and gained back her weight. She went to church and gave her testimony. She advised young people to ask God for wisdom before making life decisions. Mutoni returned to her nail business, but this time with wisdom. She upgraded her salon. She hired workers. Today, Mutoni is successful, peaceful, and fulfilled. Not all money brings peace. Not every opportunity is a blessing. Shortcuts can destroy lives. So my friends, always choose wisdom, choose patience, choose honest work. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. God bless you.